Hi, today I will be talking about this glass dip pen set from AliExpress. So this is the dip pen that I got. It's a glass dip pen. As you can see, the box was a little bit damaged in transport, so that might be an issue, but the actual product came undamaged, so that's what I really care about. I ordered a nice little set. So it does have a glass stopper or a little pen holder for the glass pen, and it also comes with a random color of ink, or at least mine did, and I got a pink ink, which is actually the only color of ink that I don't currently have, so that was very lucky. This set was only $4 off of AliExpress as well, shipped. So I can also just do some writing samples with this. So far, I have had nothing but phenomenal experiences with this glass dip pen. It has not chipped. There has been no issues whatsoever. It is actually incredibly smooth. There are a variety of different styles of glass pens that were offered on the website, but I chose this one because I liked how it also came with a stand and with the ink. And so far I've had no problems with breaking or anything like that. I know that the nib can sometimes be very fragile because it is such a thin piece of glass. And also this handle area of the pen is also very thin, so it also seems like it could be very fragile, especially compared to the more expensive glass dip pens. But so far I've had no problems and I have used it quite a lot. The grip area is very comfortable. As you can see, there are ridges in this pen, but it is not uncomfortable to grip at all. And generally, you're not really going to be using a glass dip pen for longer writing sessions anyway. And just to compare it to another section, this is the TWSBI Eco, as most of you know, and as you can see, it is a thicker section, which some might like, but even for very small hands like mine, it is very comfortable. Something else I would like to note is that there are some bubbles in the glass. They're very visible right here. And as you can see, there's actually a black mass in there stuck in the glass as well. So as you can see, there are a lot of bubbles in that section right there. That's just where it's the most visible. But as you can see, there's something black stuck in there as well. So you can tell that you're not getting the finest piece of glass or glass crafting. And as you can see, I have a pink shimmer within the center of this glass dip pen. I have seen this type of glass dip pen the most around different sites like AliExpress and on YouTube as well. This seems to be the most common Chinese dip pen, but there are many different types. I even saw some really extravagant ones for decent prices. So if you're interested in something a little more extravagant or more aesthetic, then there are definitely options out there, and they were definitely pretty inexpensive as well. I really expected this to not be so great, especially because it's so inexpensive. I didn't expect it to be ground very well. I expected it to be very scratchy. I was very, very pleasantly surprised by this pen. But this ink though, I was too scared to try this in anything other than this pen, just because dip pens or dip pen inks normally aren't meant to be used with fountain pens, so I wasn't sure if I could, and I didn't want to take the chance. So I've only used it with this, and it does tend to not stick to the glass pen very well, which is understandable, and it's fairly like this with many pens or many inks. So let me just do a writing sample. I just wanted to stop talking for a second just so that you could hear the dip pen against the paper, and it's a really pleasant sound and a really pleasant writing experience for me. It's very nice. There's only one sweet spot on this pen, so normally if you twist it, as you can hear, that's quite scratchy, but if you go back to over here, then it's very smooth. But the problem with that is that when you're writing, the feed or the little lines on this dip pen, depending on the angle that you write it at, it will run out on one side of the glass feed, let's call it. Let's see if I can show that. Okay, so as you see, the feed has run out on this side. So then you have to turn it in order to keep writing if you don't want to re-dip the pen. So there is an issue if there's only one sweet spot, but then you need to turn the pen to keep writing with the ink that's still on it. But I feel like it's very manageable, and normally when you're writing with a glass dip pen, you're not writing for very long periods of time anyway. It's normally just for, let's say, an ink swatch or different things like that. So I think for the purposes, this was a very great buy. And this ink is pretty as well. It's a little 5 milliliter ink, which I didn't say before. So that is my review of this glass dip pen set. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you.